Away we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Walker Report, part of NGSC Sports. Guys, remember the website, it's ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. We are also part of Stillman Multimedia Sports and the Game Winner Sports Network. Guys, I know I've been MIA. I was in Europe the last 2 weeks. Great trip. I'm happy to have the rest and time with the girlfriend. Was very nice to get away. Happy to be back. Thank you guys for doing 2 shows while I was gone. That was awesome. Thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
The next time that I'll miss, guys, will be in a couple weeks when I go to Disney. But you guys can, but you got the credentials. You can log in and do a show that week if you want. Stuff like that. But yeah, thanks guys for holding the fort down for me while I was on vacation, because I was 6 hours ahead. If I wasn't so far ahead of you guys, I would have tried to jump on. But being that the show started at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Sorry, I think you doing it 2 a.m. in the morning.
But
me,
and I was on a boat that moved all the time, so I don't know how.
Oh yeah, forget that.
The signal would have been, or internet would have been. So
well, wait a minute, I got it. We're doing the show from the Love Boat. Okay, forget the Love Boat.
The Love Boat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was awesome.
Good night, folks.
Mad respect for Switzerland, Germany, and France. So mad respect for those countries. They very nice countries. Very nice people. You know, I think a lot of people think that certain people from certain countries are rude. I didn't bump into one rude person in any of those countries. So
that's fun.
But yeah, we can. If you guys want to, we can, like, the first hour we can go through some stuff, and then the last hour we can go through college football and pros like we normally do this time of the year.
That sounds good to me.
The Ryder Cup starts tomorrow in Bethpage. USA versus Europe.
Yeah.
And that's continental Europe.
Yeah, the golf tournament that gives me a heart attack every year. Wanting to see those U.S. flags up on the scoreboard, not the European flags, but
absolutely.
Well,
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think by looking at the players, there might be a slight advantage for Team Europe. Actually, I know Scotty Scheffler, obviously the number one player in the world, he's American, but there's a lot of good players on Team Europe with Rory McIlroy and company, and
you can't go wrong with that.
Now the good news is it's on our turf.
Yeah.
Is it in
2 years ago? 2 years ago, we played in Rome and they beat us handily. Handily beat us in Rome 2 years ago. I don't actually remember when the last time Team USA won on European soil. I don't even remember. It's been that far back. Here, let me see if it will tell me
back
that.
Then, I think
I'm looking right now.
Okay.
I think back then it was televised in black and white.
It's been a while since they've.
Yeah. I think back when that happened, it was in black and white. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Go ahead, Lou.
And that was the first time since the Stone Age. Only they used real clubs back then, not golf clubs. They used real clubs. Ooh, it hurt. Oh, it was terrible.
I know. Yeah, like I said, I know it's been a while since. Well, the Ryder Cup used to be was always in the odd years, except during when 9/11 happened and it switched. But then when COVID happened, it went back to the odd years again. Now the President's Cup is back in the even years like it normally is.
Yeah.
The President's Cup is everybody but Europe.
Correct. The rest of the world.
Doesn't the U.S. and the Europe have like the large percentage of all golfers? So it's really like a small field for the President's Cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, this is last.
Now,
week.
if it was the LPGA Tour, it'd be the other way around because Asia would have the dominating from. There's a lot of girls from China and the Korea, so if it was LPGA Tour version, like they have their version of the Ryder Cup too. I think it's called the Solheim Cup is the one that they play.
Oh yeah,
Team
that's
USA
what
versus, but that's Team USA versus Europe. So they don't play again. They don't have a President's Cup like the PGA Tour does.
Right. I always wondered what the other cup was, and now that you mention it, I have heard of that.
Yeah, it's the Solheim Cup.
Right, now you mention it. I mean, I knew it was a golf event, but I didn't know what it was like for like a major women's tournament or like their version of of Ryder. And come to think of it, I mean, New York. I mean, it's in not literally my backyard, but close enough to my backyard. And our local station, our NBC station, was covering a pregame event for it. I mean, that's something we don't normally do. But since it's being held in Long Island, our local station did like a preview for the event.
Lou, where is Bethpage? Is it how far from the city? How far from New York? The city itself.
It's in Long Island.
Oh, it's Long Island. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong. It's a county park, right? Is that what it is?
If I remember correctly, yes.
Because I think they're going to hold another U.S. Open or a PGA there in the next few years, if I'm not mistaken. They announced that when they announced the Ryder Cup, that Bethpage is going to host another tournament in the future.
But no live tournaments?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's an LPGA Tour event there sooner or later too, because
why not? I mean, sure, you got.
they could. They're not going to obviously play the same length as the men do, but they can still make that golf course challenging. Because I guess the black course where they're playing the Ryder Cup is the hardest of the 3 or 4 golf courses that are on property, I think.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Thursday night game. What are you guys' take on the Cardinals uniforms? The all white with the red dotting and the white helmet with the red cardinal with looks pretty cool actually.
Yeah, but
I don't hate it.
Yeah, but the devil made him do it.
I mean, I got to watch NFL football for the first time this season last Sunday because being over there, you can't. I mean, it's again the time difference is a pain in the ass, so it's hard.
Right.
I mean, 1 o'clock games come on at 7 o'clock there,
right?
And then 4 o'clock games come on at 10.
All the other continents are ahead of us.
Yeah. Most of I think I want to say like France, Germany switching their 6 hours. I think England's only 5. I could be wrong.
It is. My cousin used to live there.
I mean, then the further east you go,
Correct.
However, it's longer getting back. It's 7 hours when you get back.
Yeah, so that was the benefit when I came home last Wednesday. Is we left Paris at 1:15 their time and arrived in New Jersey at 3:45 our time, and that's how weird that sounds. But it was an 8.5 hour flight, 8 hour flight home back to New Jersey, and then we were in New Jersey for like maybe 45 minutes, and we were on our plane to come back to Tampa. Actually, when I was walking through the airport, I saw a big Rutgers logo in the middle of the airport, so that was kind of cool. I couldn't take a photo because everyone was sitting in front of it.
We're only 15 minutes from my house,
Yeah, I was in Newark. Dude. I was in Newark. That's where I was at. I flew in to Newark Airport.
Now, wait, was it 3:45 in the morning or 3:45 in the afternoon?
It was 3:45 in the afternoon. 3:45 in the afternoon. Yeah. We got back
at least you didn't.
our time at 10 o'clock when I got back home on Wednesday night.
At least you didn't have to go all the way out on the coast.
Yeah, well, see, going there, guys, we left here at 7:15 our time and arrived over there at 10:45 a.m. We left
The
here on
next
Friday
day.
and got there on Saturday. So that's how, it was 9 hours. And I tried to sleep, but I can't sleep because I had leg cramps really bad. So every time you fall asleep, your legs would bother me and I couldn't sleep. So I was gone when I got to Zurich, when I got to Switzerland. I was like, I'm going to take a nap. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Sleep.
So, of course.
And then,
but it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, good, but go ahead.
So I looked it up. The last U.S. Ryder Cup win in Europe was in '93 at the Belfry in England.
Oh, right.
1993. Okay, so that's been what?
It's been almost 40 years.
40 years since we've won on their turf.
I was
33 years now.
Jesus. Wow.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll trade Ryder Cups for Stanley Cups.
Yeah. So would I.
Well, speaking of that, but I saw a post. I think it was either on I think it was X. I saw the other day, and somebody asked what was the hardest trophy to win: NBA, NHL, NFL, MLB, and I put NHL. The Stanley Cup is by far the hardest.
I think they're all hard to win,
in my opinion, because you got to go through 3 rounds, all best of 7s. Now they used to be best of 5s, but they're all best of 7s. And if you go 7 games, that's 20. That's what, 12 wins. You have to get in those 21 games to win the cup.
16
and the last win is always the hardest one to get. The last one in the Stanley Cup final is always the hardest one.
The first one and the last one.
Yeah, the first one in the cup and the last one in the
16,
cup.
maximum 28.
Yeah.
Minimum. There's 4 rounds. Minimum of 16.
Oh,
and maximum of 20
rounds. Okay. So 16. 16 wins to win the cup. Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's insane. Just to think about that.
I think the Super Bowl is harder to win. I think the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think the Stanley Cup is super hard. I think they're all hard to win. Honestly, I think you can make an argument for any one of them because you know you grind all year, and whether you've gone 17-0 or you're 9-7 and just barely squeaked into the playoffs. Well, I think what makes the Super Bowl hard to win is one bad game and you're done.
Yeah.
You know.
Very true. Very true.
But with hockey, you can drop 2 games. Look at the Wings in 2002 when we dropped the first 2 games to the Canucks and had our backs against the wall and had to win 4 straight just to make it out of the first round. Or, you look at and then in the 2003 year when Anaheim swept us before, we were the best team in hockey, and it didn't mean a hill of beans. It didn't mean a damn thing. So I mean, there's a case to be made for any of the major sporting championships across sports that your favorite is the hardest to win.
Yes.
Well, I think you're right, but I think you can make an argument for all 4 of them. You can make an argument of depending on how you look at it. I mean, the NBA, you got to go through 7-game series as well as MLB. Yeah. And like you said, you have one bad game in the Super Bowl. That's it. You don't get another game. Yeah. You have one bad game. It's over. So you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, you could be a perfect 17-0 through the regular season, get that bye week, and then lay an absolute egg in front of your home crowd in the divisional round and be bounced and on your way back to wherever, be playing, be back to your off season, Yeah.
Well,
or you can just be the Leafs, so.
That's true also. Well, I could say the same thing, Bud. You were just talking about getting swept. Look at the Lightning in 2023 or 2018.
No,
Yeah,
19,
2021.
19.
19 when we got swept in the first round by the Blue Jackets. We won
Yeah, it
the
was
President's
2019 because that would have been before COVID. It was 2018, 2019
Right.
season. It was the year before. It was the COVID. It was the year before the COVID
Yeah.
year. Because in the COVID year, y'all won the Bubble Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
against the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we beat Montreal the following year.
Yep.
Because that I think the following year it was just you just played just within your country because the Canadian teams only play Canadian teams. You couldn't cross the border for our second
And
cup either. Something like that, if I remember right.
it wasn't until like February that they in 21 that they started letting teams. If I remember right, I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yep, exactly.
Though I don't know how they pulled the Stanley Cup up. Though I don't know how they pulled the Stanley Cup that year, though. I mean, because I think there was a Canadian team, so I don't know how they would pull it off.
I forget because by the time that we got to because we got the cup in what June or August? It was August. It was August of 2020. That and then what? The season started in
January.
Did it wait? Did they wait until January to start the 2021, the 2020-21 season?
Yep.
Yeah, I know they missed the first few months of because the season usually starts. It's actually getting ready to start here in a couple weeks,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
yeah, I think that year, I think Lou's right. I think it started. They pushed it back to give more time for because of COVID. They
Right.
wanted to give it more time to see if they could have games, or they were making a decision of whether they were going to be able to have games or
Okay.
not.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right. They started the season on January 13th and cut it down to 56 games.
Yeah, so they lost what 36 games. Yeah, 36 games.
Yeah, something like that.
26.
26. I'm sorry. Yep, my math's off.
No,
Yeah,
because 26 would be 76. So 32 games because they play 82 games.
No, he's right. He's right. 20. It's right because 26 to 56 is 82. He's got it right.
Yeah,
it's right.
Yep.
And that's what.
That's
now,
still a fairly good reasonable amount of games.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they still played 56.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shortened season. I do know that I heard, the 2021 Cup, the COVID Cup, the 2020 Cup. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it was so easy. You didn't have to travel anywhere." Yeah, but you couldn't leave your hotel room either.
Yeah,
you had to go out
do
after a
anything.
game. You had to go to the rink. You had to go to practice, get on the bus, go back to your hotel. You couldn't see your teammates. You had to go right back to your room, and you had to quarantine. You couldn't do anything. So,
it's never easy with any cup. I mean, any championship, even the World Series isn't easy anymore. I mean, once upon a time, back when I was young, back in the pre-streaming days and pre-cable days and everything like that, it was only 2 rounds. You had a best of 5 National League and American League Championship Series, and then you had a 7-game World Series, and by mid-October, it was done. Now you had a division series, which is 3 of 5. The league championship is now best of 7. You have this wild card series, which is the best 2 out of 3. So you're starting in at the edge of September, and you're going to November 1st. I mean, really, playing baseball into November, that's nuts.
No.
Just think we don't do it in December.
The only thing I have. Yeah, I was going to say the only problem I have with late October, early November baseball is the weather.
That's exactly my point. Because you're playing later, you're going to be getting snowballs.
Yeah. Unless, and not a lot of MLB teams have indoor stadiums anymore.
Nope.
Well, I can remember. I can remember the 2008 World Series with the Phillies and the Rays. With the Phillies and the Rays, and they had issues with the snow. They had to stop the game because of the snow. So yeah, in Philadelphia. So
they won that series too.
I figured I'd move my seat so I could sit and look at the TV straight ahead instead of turning my head sideways
you
all
go.
the time.
Yeah,
And
But,
the last series too,
those
you
are
know.
pretty fire.
what is your guys' thoughts so far on the NFL and college football so far through 3 weeks for NFL, 4 weeks for
I
college
was
football?
not pleased with how the opening game was when they were opening Wednesday when their players were spitting at each other. I'm like, that is really so childish. I mean, I know you guys don't get along, but to resort to a childish thing like spitting, and thankfully he didn't throw up on the guy. I mean, but you know, well, that's what I would have done, but still. Here you go.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was pretty bush league.
Even below that. No, we're talking like maybe like high school or junior high.
Yeah. Damn it.
But we've seen some pretty good, interesting moments so far. I mean, in week 2, you know, Cowboys Giants in just the last 50 seconds of the game, you would not believe how much back and forth that was going, and the Cowboys tied up with a 60-plus yarder to tie it, and the same guy kicked a 3 to win. Like unbelievably sick. And then last week, in the Eagles game, that was like a moment I saw a couple years ago. They intercepted the ball, ran back in for a touchdown. Like that was like a he did what moment. Like, ugh, how in the world did that happen? He did what?
Or the Bucks Jets game. The Jets block a field goal, return it for a touchdown, and then the Bucks drive down the field and get a game-winning field goal. So
yeah, absolutely. What a game!
Yeah,
finish.
Yeah, too bad they just lost that game.
Because that was like I said, that was the first NFL football I got to actually sit down and watch. That wasn't highlights.
Yeah,
right.
When USF beat the Gators, that was the first Saturday I was gone, and I was in the middle of sleeping, and I happened to go over to check and see what time it was, and I look at my phone, and I'm like, "Oh, the game's not over yet," and the USF was losing. I'm like, "Okay, well, it is what it is. They lost. You know, they put up a good effort." ESPN's thing like stopped, and all of a sudden I get all these text messages. Adam was one of them. He's like, "They won," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean they won? I don't even know what happened." And then I got the notification that Nico Grammatica kicked the game-winning field goal. So the next morning when I woke up, I'm like, I gotta watch this, and I got to watch the highlights, and I watched the highlights on YouTube, and I'm like, well, that's good. They won. They finished that huge, 3-game ranked team thing at 2-1. I was like, that's great. What a good way to start the season. We rolled over last week, the game last weekend.
I think I got my big surprise of the year already, though, in college football.
Yeah.
No, I think I got one, though. Florida State.
Good team. They're real.
Real good.
Last year, 2-10, and had a terrible season, and now they're ranked in the top 10 this season.
And
I think we'll see
next week. They play Miami next week. That's going to be now. They're at home. They're at home in Tallahassee, but that game is going to be the classic FSU Miami games we're used to seeing.
Oh yeah.
Well, they got a tough one this week. Florida State. They got to go on the road to face Virginia. I don't see it being close. I think Florida State should blow Virginia off the ball and just go into Blacksburg. Or no, it's not Blacksburg because Blacksburg is
that's Tech.
Yeah, that's Tech. That's right.
Yes.
Where is
Charlottesville?
Yeah, the Cavaliers. That's their mascot is a Cavalier. Yeah. I think FSU, and we'll go through the top 25.
Yeah.
Worst thing when we get, but yeah, I agree with you. But I don't think there's any way a shot in the dark, and unless FSU turns the ball over a lot and gets a lot of penalties, then that's the only way that, or a major injury happens. I don't think there's any way in hell Virginia pulls off an upset.
Yeah, because looking at obviously we'll get more into it when we get to it, but
so the MLB season, MLB is winding down. Lou, Your
No
Yankees
comment.
are in the division
Yep.
lead, as far as I know. The last time I saw,
Yep.
they did they win today?
They're playing right now, but they're down 3-1 to the White Sox. Ugh. But
They're down
Top
3-1
five.
to Chicago.
however, we are in the playoffs. We at least have a wild card spot. We're challenging the Blue Jays right now because they've been in a slump, so we might be able to overtake them. And nobody thought that was going to happen just a few weeks ago.
Well, we're playing the Blue Jays right now, so let's hope Boston wins.
I never thought I'd root for the Blue Jays for the Red Sox.
It's 3-1 in the top of the fifth right now with the Yankees and the Sox.
Yep, I
Red
got the
Sox.
game on right now.
Yeah, and then you guys end Lou with the Orioles at home, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
think that's who you guys end with. And we play the Tigers at home, who have
How do you close with that?
struggled down the stretch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was real
No
good stuff from
comments.
the Mets. The Mets have been really struggling though.
Has the Mets scuffled?
The Mets have scuffled.
Yeah,
They're 12 games back. I don't think they're catching them.
no, they're not.
They
But,
are.
you know,
The Mets are in the last wild card spot right now. They're only a half a game up on Cincinnati for that final spot.
mhm.
So the Reds, if the Reds can win 2 out of 3 and the Mets lose 2 out of 3, they're done. They're done. So
Another September collapse for the
Unbelievable.
Mets. Good for them.
Yeah,
and let's see
unbelievable.
who do those two teams play in the last 3 games of the season? Let's see. The Mets
Well,
play the Marlins in Florida,
yes.
and the Reds are off on Friday. That's odd.
Wow. That's weird.
I'm sorry. My fault. Didn't see that. They're on the road against the Brewers. Ooh, that's tough.
Oy.
That's a tough team to
Well,
finish against.
the Mets do have a slight edge here with that. They are playing, the Marlins, which of course suck. That's the good news.
Yeah.
The bad news is though, the Mets are bad on the road. They have a losing record on the road.
Well,
So-
Miami's they can't catch them anyway, but Miami's only 4 games back of the Mets overall too. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
I mean they are on the road.
Yeah.
And they're losing. They're losing tonight.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're losing to the Phillies 1-0 in the bottom of the
Okay.
8th.
And the Reds are up 2-1 right now over the Pirates. Oh, I'm sorry, the game is over. My apologies. The Reds have already won.
Yeah.
So the Mets are up 3-0 over the Cubs in the bottom of the third.
Yes.
Okay. So if the Cubs come back and win, it would put the Reds in a tie with the Mets for the final wild card spot in the National League. Good for the Reds. That's Terry Francona's team. Good for them.
Oh yeah.
Is Francona still there?
Tito's there.
God damn it.
They have to be one of those teams that no one thought that they'd be in the playoff. I know I didn't think the Reds would be in the playoff picture.
Neither did I.
Yeah, no. They're a half game back.
Half game back. Yep, half game back.
As it sits right now, as we play, they're a half a game back. And for that last wild card there.
If the Cubs win, they'll be tied with the Mets for the final wild card spot with 3 games left to play. But again, like Lou said, the Mets have it easier. You're playing against the Marlins, but you are on the road, where the Reds are at home against the Brewers. Or no, I'm sorry, they're on the road too in Milwaukee for the final 3.
I'm on 163.
Depending on how the Brewers want to do that, you've already clinched the division, so you don't have anything to play for. So do you want to risk hurting your stars for the playoffs? So who knows? The Reds might catch, what do they call that? Catch lightning in a bottle, and might catch the Brewers at the right time to be able to win, say 2 out of 3.
Maybe.
In Milwaukee. So
yeah, because I've never been a big believer in that, though.
No,
Intercepted.
and there he goes.
Oh, and then he fumbled the interception.
I
Oh
want
my
to see
lord! I
another.
think Arizona got the ball back.
Fumbled the
They came
interception.
out of the pile with the ball, but I want to take another look at it before. I want to see
Okay.
what's he. Can the ground cause a fumble in that case?
Jacoby Brissett's the backup quarterback in Arizona. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on the sideline. So they
He has control
Let's see.
until there. And I don't know if the ground can cause a fumble.
Most of the time it can't.
Because he's not touched down, so I don't know. I would think that should just be a dead ball right there. Seattle keeps the ball.
Yeah, because it looks like his elbow is down, bud, before the ball came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From what I'm looking at. Because if the elbow is down or his knee or whatever, anything that hits the ground, the ball is down at that point. Yeah, because what do they call it on the field? Did they call it a fumble on the field? Or do they call it down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. That's a fumble.
Yep.
Oh, if it's a fumble, then Arizona's got the ball back after the pick.
Yeah.
Oh, so does that count for 2 turnovers, 1 for each team on the same play?
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs for the Mariners this year.
Yeah.
Is he the MVP or is it Aaron Judge?
Yeah.
I think he'll be the NL MVP.
I think I can give it to Raleigh.
Oh no.
They're both in the American League.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking he was.
The Irish clinch a playoff spot. Well, they clinch the division, rather. No surprise there.
Are there other teams that have clinched playoff spots in MLB?
Well, yeah, there have been. I mean, you would have to by now. I mean, with only 4 days to go, I think you would have to clinch by now. So let's see here. All right.
The Jays, Yankees, Mariners have all clinched.
That's right. Well, that was
in the American League.
Yes.
Yeah, Phillies, Brewers, Dodgers, Padres in the NL.
And Cubs.
And Cubs. And the Cubs. I'm sorry. Yep. And the Cubs.
Oh, that game just started. So that game's a long way to go in that one.
Yes. So let's look at this wild card spot here for a minute. Going to the National League. Because it's gonna be close between who gets the last spot between the Reds and the Mets.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I think the Yankees got the wild cards. You know, the Yankees I think they're gonna make a run to the division. I think they can do it. It's gonna be close, but I think they'll be able to get the division. The way the Blue Jays have been playing lately, I think they might have a chance here. All right. So, if we take a look here, the Cubs and Padres are locked. The Mets, thanks to that slump, fell behind, and now the Reds have one more in the loss column. So that's a break for the Mets right there. Mets are 81-77. Reds are 81-78. So the Mets do have a slight advantage right now. And if they can hold on to this, it'll be, I think, 1 game or a game and a half ahead going into this weekend series. So that's a good sign for Mets fans right there.
Do you guys give any chance to the Diamondbacks are only a game and a half out of the final wild card spot?
Yeah, I would say they're slim.
They
'Cause
need a lot of help.
They
Yeah, a lot
play
of help.
the Padres in the final 3 games of the season.
Forget it.
But San Diego doesn't have anything to play for.
Correct. They've already clinched the playoff spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Still at San Diego.
Well, actually, when the season started, I picked San Diego to win the NL West. Obviously,
You did.
I did. I thought that they're
Wow.
just a shot in the dark, Lou. Thought, you know what? Why not go with them? Obviously, they're currently
Yeah.
3 games back, and the Dodgers have already clinched the division anyway. But
Right.
I just and those games down the stretch between those two teams were pretty nice. You know, they fight with each other and thrown at each other, and old school payback baseball type. The last couple games,
Yeah.
movie box office for those
Pure cinema
games between those two teams. So yeah. Well, speaking of baseball, locally for me, the Rays did get sold. The sold has been approved.
Has been
okay. Owner, so the Rays do have new ownership. So we will see what the new owners do. I think the stadium will stay in Tampa. I don't think it's coming back to St. Pete. I think they'll make some kind of deal to stay in Tampa somewhere. They'll build a stadium somewhere in Tampa because it's successful since the Rays have been playing at Steinbrenner Field where the Yankees do their spring training at. So to me, I don't think it comes back to St. Pete. I don't think it's worth it coming back to St. Pete.
Nah.
No.
The fans don't like it in St. Pete anyway. So
no, man.
I've noticed.
But it was interesting, guys. I was at the USF game last Saturday, and it was an afternoon game for USF. And usually at Raymond James, they have 4 big parking lots. Well, 2 of them were coned off for the Rays for that afternoon, that evening game. So they had already coned off those parking areas for the Rays game.
Right.
So, of course, us media people who usually get to park in the front had to park all the way in the back because of all the fans that were there for the game on Saturday, which started off kind of slow, but then in the second half, we did get a 90-something yard interception return off the bat there to start the game. But I, for the life of me, believe that if U.S.
$27-yard.
That's the sucky part about that is, you have Florida could be one destination, Virginia Tech could be a destination, UCLA, if he wants to go to California, could be a destination.
Okay.
All those universities can pay him more as far as being a coach. Now, if he decides to stay here, that's a whole different story, and that's on him. But I don't know how you would turn down a big payday to go to do that. I mean, I'm not him. I don't know. He's got a family too, but I don't know. They've talked about that the last few weeks. I know we start every conference play gets into high gear now, and now from here on out to the end of the season. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's the thing that I don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a decision that he'll have to make. There's going to be some good jobs open next past season.
Yeah. Yep.
Oklahoma's open. Oklahoma State, I should say. Oklahoma State's already open. And that's the thing about it. It's like, he's lived in the Tampa Bay area for the last couple of years now.
Correct.
I think he's got a couple of young kids, if I remember right. So, it really, do they want to uproot their family
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, that'll be the decision he'll have to make. If does he want to uproot his family, move again, start over again, and stuff like that too.
Yeah, because like, and that's the thing is like, is the grass greener?
That's good point, bud. Good point. That's a good point.
Because I look at PJ Fleck at Minnesota, and like he had a good thing going in Western, and Minnesota has struggled to be better than 5-7 in his entire tenure there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to see him in the Outback Bowl, second to last year of the Outback Bowl when they played Auburn. A lot of Minnesota fans were in the stands that day. So, yeah.
Like they got crushed by Cal just last week or 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like if you go chasing that bigger job. He's been there 9 years now. Jesus, it's been 9 years already. It feels like he just left last year, but he's they're 59-39 in 9 years. And yeah, that's a winning record. But like, how long will if Golich goes to any of these other places? How long will they put up with him? Will they give him 9 years to get it sorted, to get it figured out, to get the program? Because like obviously, and everything has changed. Because I was thinking about that when we were talking about Florida State, and then talking about how they were 2-10 last year, and now all of a sudden they're 3-0 or 4. And I think we're going to see a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 3-0. I think we'll see a lot more of that over the next, as the NIL stuff continues. So I think more teams you'll have 1 year rebuilds in college football. You'll win a chip and you'll be dumpster. You'll win a chip and you'll be dumpster. You'll win a chip and you'll be dumpster because programs will be able to reload every other year. And I'm not really shocked at Florida State. Florida State's a premier program. They've always been a premier program. And Mike Norvell is a good coach. Is it Norvell still?
And he just got an extension. They just extended him the other day. So
right.
They were undefeated. Remember, they didn't get into the college football playoff. Then they had a bad year last year, and now they're back to being good again. So you're right. It's every other year. Yeah. You reload every other year. And I think now they're back to the heyday of Seminole football. And again, like I said, they got Virginia this week, but next week they play Miami at home in Tallahassee.
Right.
If it was in Coral Gables, I probably would give a little bit of a nod to Miami, but both of those, both FSU and Miami both are really, really good football teams.
Indeed.
They are really good. So
I can see it going either way.
Yeah.
I don't think I think a 1.5 1 point spread in the favor of Florida State is very reasonable. I would be shocked. If Florida State opened up with anything more than a 3-point spread.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out next week to see what the spread is for that game. Because I'm curious to see what it is going to be too.
Miami off this week?
I don't know if are the Canes off or do they got a game?
I'm not sure. Yes,
Let's
they're
see.
off this week.
They're off this week. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, because they beat Florida last week.
correct.
Yes.
Oh, and the Florida State game is tomorrow at 7:00.
Yeah. Yes.
They've got a
Is
Friday
it
night.
really?
Yeah, there's two Friday night games. There's Florida State at Virginia and TCU at Arizona State. Is tomorrow
Okay.
night. I'll be calling my second to last high school game tomorrow night.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like that's Ohio State's playing Washington. Okay. In at Washington, and then Alabama's playing Georgia. That's a 7:30 game. Oh, Seattle marched down the field after Arizona got a field goal.
There it is.
So Sam Darnold's doing okay in his new
Oh,
with his
sure.
new
Now
team.
it is.
Because he was at Minnesota last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And was with the Jets before that.
And is J.J. McCarthy the starting quarterback in Minnesota, or did he get hurt?
Yeah. Well, he's out. He's banged up right now.
Okay. Okay. Oh, speaking of that, guys, it was in our notes. Did you see that the CFL is moving to NFL rules? Did you see that they're
It's more
changing
NFL
their
style.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're changing the shape of the field a little bit. They're moving the goalpost back to the back of the end zone, and they're shortening the end zone from 18 to 15 feet to be more congruent with the NFL. I think that the CFL will. I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 years the CFL has either a partnership with the NFL or merges with the NFL.
Well, they want to have international games. I mean, you could if they do the merger, they could have games in Canada. So
Yeah. Well, you're close enough already. You got Buffalo, so you're close.
it's true.
Yeah, I mean the same. One side of the goalpost on the American side, and the other side of the goalpost on the King side anyway. So it's pretty much even.
Because there's a game in Dublin on Saturday, right? Or Sunday, right? Steelers are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Vikings and somebody, right?
I think it's
Vikings
Steelers and Vikings, I believe,
Right.
is the Sunday morning game.
Yep. I think.
Yeah.
Well, from what I was hearing on social media is the CFL is getting its ass kicked by the NFL.
Of course.
Okay.
They're getting their teeth kicked down their throat by the NFL, even in Canada. And Canadian football fans prefer the American game to the Canadian game. So Football Canada is looking to mirror the NFL game more. Hence why they're moving the end zone. They're shortening the end zone, moving the field goal post to the back of the end zone like it's in the NFL. The thing that kills me, the reason I hate Canadian football, or the thing that I hate about Canadian football, because Canadian football is still football at the end of the day, but I hate the three down rule.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had only 3 downs. I didn't know. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I used to watch quite a bit of Canadian football when there wasn't any NFL football, and I watched Canadian football. Because I like football. And
Right.
The thing that made Canadian football so hard to watch was the three downs.
Yeah, that is tough to watch.
So they only have 3 downs to make a first down instead of 4 downs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seattle's played pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, all the Seattle teams, they're doing well. The Mariners are doing well. The Kraken look to do
Yep.
well. Hey, the Seattle Storm. Hey, all you need is Seattle to get another NBA team, and we're set.
Well, the Mariners won the AL West, right? And they clinched the division.
Yep.
Division
Yep.
champions. Yeah, that's cool.
No surprise there.
I think it's that. Was it the first time since 2003 they won a
Mhm.
division championship? Something like that.
Yeah,
I read that today.
2001.
2001. Okay, yeah, that's even okay. So 24 years ago, they won a division championship.
Yep. Back when they went to the ALCS against the Yankees.
Oh yeah.
That was Griffey and Randy Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
That team, yeah. Alex Rodriguez, was he on that team
Sounds right.
Yes.
before he went to Texas? Got his big payday.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That was
And
his.
before he went to New York.
And then he went from Texas to New York with the Yankees. Yeah. That was a good defensive play. The defensive lineman juked out the guard and the running back and got the
Boom.
sack.
Carlos Guillen. Ichiro was in right field. Mike Cameron was in center. Edgar Martinez. Because Alex Rodriguez not on the team in 01. Oh, he was gone. He had already gone to New York. Or not New
Okay.
York, Texas at that point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who do you guys think is the best team in the American League right now?
I'm gonna say Seattle.
I was gonna say I think I would give the nod to the Mariners at the
I think
moment.
it's New York. Yeah, I think I could see that. We're 9-1 in their last 10. Couple of insurance runs here. Let's get this thing over, guys. Oh,
Well, so if you look at the AL West, other than the Athletics, they're the only team that has a record over 500 in the last 10 games. Houston's 4-6, Texas 1-9, LA's 2-8. The Athletics are 6-4, and the Mariners are 9-1 on a 6-game winning streak.
Mm.
Be interesting to see if they can finish the season off with. I don't want to jinx anything, but somebody's got a perfect game going in Toronto.
ooh.
Every time I mention something like that, it usually falls apart right away. So I'm not saying nothing.
They're in the bottom of the sixth. The Jays are up 4-0 with a runner on second, 2 outs.
This guy
George Springer's at the plate. Oh, no, I'm sorry. George Springer hit a 2-run home run. It's 6-0 Jays.
No, they're working on a combined no. Jesus. Or a combined perfect game. Yeah, a combined perfect game.
A combined perfect game. Wow.
Yep.
This I gotta see. Now what luck I can get it on this.
Yep. They have. Yep. so far. Let's see. Yeah, the Jays they've started 3 different pitchers to start the game. One guy went 2 innings, 3 strikeouts. One guy went 3 1/3 with 2 strikeouts. The last guy went 2/3 of an inning with 1 strikeout. So they've got 6. So yeah, it's a combined perfect game so far.
Here we are.
But then we just jinxed it. So
Yeah, of course.
we talked about it. I'm sure the media that's at the game like, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be the smart thing to do because every time I do, it always falls apart.
Lightning are 2-0 in the preseason so far.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
We have a game tomorrow night at home against Carolina.
Yep. At 7. October 9th gets it all going for
against Ottawa.
Yep.
Against Ottawa. Unfortunately, that's my girlfriend's birthday, so I probably will be going to opening night. So, and then I leave 3 days later to go on vacation.
Right on.
Well, I know they have a game. I'm going to Orlando. I know they have a game against the Devils on the 11th on Saturday, and then they're on the road in Boston, and then the Capitals, and we play the Red Wings the weekend that I come back. It's
okay. In Detroit, though.
Yeah, two to start the season. Ottawa, New Jersey, and we're on the road for 4. Boston, Washington, Detroit, Columbus. Then we got 4 days off before we're home against the Hawks, the Ducks, and the Knights.
No. Yeah, we open up with the key.
Go ahead, bud.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I like the fact that the Ducks went back to their old logo, the Mighty Duck logo. I like that. They haven't gone back to those colors, but I like the old logo.
With the sticks.
Who do you guys open up
on
with?
Halloween?
The Wings?
We open up with Montreal, the Canadiens.
The Canadiens. At home?
Montreal, the Canadiens. Yes. Yeah. We're in Detroit.
It's just hope about
Little squeezers arena.
Yeah.
Then we got back to back we got a home and home with Toronto. Then we travel and then we got a home and home. We got back to back home games with the Panthers and the Lightning.
Yeah.
Big games early on. You're gonna get the season started right. Because Montreal. We got all division games early. We play both the Panthers, the Canadiens, and the Lightning, and the Maple Leafs. We open up with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight division games.
So early, wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of division games right off the bat.
That's gonna set the tone for the year. I love it. I just love hockey. I just love sports, man. Sports.
Yeah.
I love sports, and I don't care who knows.
Well, there goes the perfect game out the window because the Red Sox.
I know
so there goes the perfect game.
I know it.
And jinxed it.
So, now from my side, yep, always do. Well, not for nothing, but it's not easy to do a perfect game either. All right, so for the Devils, they open up October 9th against the Hurricanes, who they lost to last year in the playoffs. Then the Lightning. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard. Apple. Then, oh wow, we open the first 3 games on the road against the Hurricanes, Lightning, and the Blue Jackets. The first game at home is against the Panthers on the 16th. Okay. And then the Oilers on the 18th. That's the Devils. Now for the Rangers. And I hope to do better. I hope.
You lead the Panthers. You lead the Islanders tonight.
Yeah, it's preseason though.
Huh? Hey, a win is a win.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I like winning. Oh, you guys
Yeah.
get started early.
I
You
know,
guys
but
open up.
even though that
Is that?
doesn't give a rat's ass, but still. Only diehards like us care about this.
We're just gonna be at the Garden.
Okay, Rangers schedule. Okay. So we now.
I got it right here.
Well, okay, I got right here. All right. So October 7th against the Pens at home. Then they go on the road for the Sabres and Penguins on the 9th and the 11th. Oh boy. Then at home against the Capitals and the Capitals and the Sharks. Oops. The Oilers on the 14th here and 16th against the Maple Syrups, Maple Leafs.
Hmm.
So those are the only games right there for us. And Ovechkin starts the season with 3 games below 900. That'll be something, I think he would do it, within the first 5 games. Of course, I could be wrong.
Damn it.
How do you think, Lou? How do you think the Rangers will do this year?
Hopefully better than last year. I'll tell you that one. I mean, because last year was a total mess, a total collapse. Considering that the year before we went to the Eastern Conference Finals, but these were trash last year. So hopefully they're going to do much better this year. And like I said, OV is 3 away from 900. I think he can do it within the first 5 games of the year.
I think he could do it that first night.
It's possible with a triple, with a hat trick. Yes, I mean I'm not going to rule that out, but highly unlikely. I mean he is, slowed down a bit, and this is probably going to be his last year in the league. So
That's hard to say.
how much of these are left in him?
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is the deal.
I mean, 40 in hockey is, it's like, 40 in our term in hockey years, I play about what, 65?
All right.
That's being kind. They're all athletes age for every year they play. I mean, why do you think they're so banged up by the time they're 40 years old? Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, you're like 35, but mentally, you're like double.
Yeah, mentally, you're 40. Physically, you're about 80.
Yeah, because you're so beat up.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many years he's got left.
Maximum 2.
When did he start, though?
The college
Okay.
top 25
Okay.
games coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do. We got some good ones too. I get my game of the week all set.
Yeah, we
week,
can.
so.
Like I said, we can start tomorrow night. You got F.
I'm taking Florida State.
Now you're back.
FSU, Virginia to start off. The Noles are a 6.5-point favorite. The over in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Florida State.
Me too. I'm going to take all the way.
Yeah, I like Florida State. I think they'll handle business, but I wouldn't
Okay.
be surprised.
The next one, guys, is TCU, 3 favorite.
Yeah, TCU.
They had a nice bounce back here. Arizona State in Arizona. Interesting. Are at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take the Sun Devils in an upset.
Oh, that's a gutsy move.
Yeah, why not? Why not take Arizona State in the upset? They're at home. They're at home. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Arizona's the favorite. In a very, very even line.
The next one, guys, is the surprise team in the ACC and Georgia Tech. They're on the road. Wake Forest, they're a 13.5-point favorite. The over-under is 52 and a hook.
If it was basketball, I'd take Wake Forest, but this is football. I'm taking Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Georgia Tech, G-Tech.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets. The next one, guys, is in the Big Ten, USC versus Illinois. The Trojans are a 6.5-point favorite. The over-under is 60 and a hook.
Give me the Trojans.
I'm taking Trojans.
Me too.
Me
too.
Illinois got their asses handed to them last week.
Oh yeah,
by Indiana.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I told you. I saw that coming a mile away.
Can you guys tell me how in the world Notre Dame is ranked when they only have 1 win?
Because they have 2 quality losses.
Yeah,
Against top 5 teams. They lost to Miami and they lost to Miami by 3 and on the road. And then they lost to A&M by 1 on the road.
yes.
Because they're in Arkansas to play the Razorbacks. Notre Dame's a 4.5-point favorite. The over-under is 63 and a hook.
I think it's going to be a close game. Would you say 4 points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're only a 4.5-point favorite, but it is the Irish. Yeah.
I'll take Notre Dame. I'll take the Razorbacks to cover, and I'll go. You said 61.
63 and a hook.
I'm going to go under.
Under? Okay.
I'm not taking Notre Dame this week.
I'd say Notre Dame gets back on track this week. I
I
think Arkansas is going to be
I think Arkansas is going to be hungover.
Open. Yeah. Another surprise team. This is in the SEC. Is Vanderbilt. They're 4-0. They're at home. It's against Utah State. Vandy's a 23.5-point favorite. The over/under is 58 and a hook.
That's a lot of points. I'll take Vandy. I'll take. Who did you say they were playing now? Jesus.
They're in Nashville. Vandy's
Where are they playing?
Utah State, who is 3-1.
Oh yeah.
Game.
I'll take Vandy. I'll take Utah State to cover and the. I don't know what was the points?
The point was 23.5. That's what their favorite. The over/under is 58 and a hook.
58 and a hook. I'll take the under.
Okay.
I'll go Vandy.
I'm taking Vandy. I'll take Vandy in that
Yeah.
one. The next one is one of the Big Ten matchups. Ohio State on the road in Washington. The Buckeyes are a 7.5-point favorite. The over/under is 51 and a hook.
Ohio State the points in the over.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a blowout. I think they're gonna blow Washington State out at home.
Yeah.
unfortunately, but I think that's what's
You
gonna
mean
happen.
Washington?
Yeah, I mean Washington. I'm sorry. The next one, guys, is LSU Ole Miss. 3:30 kickoff.
Ooh,
Both
that's gonna be a good
undefeated.
game.
Mississippi is only a
Ole Miss.
1.5 point favorite. The over under is 57 and a hook.
I'm going Ole Miss.
I'm gonna go LSU just for the fun of it.
I'm going to take LSU as well. I don't know if you guys did. You guys see Lane Kiffin the other day say that? Why is it when Ole Miss plays LSU and Alabama at home, it's always a day game, but then when they have to go play them, it's always a night game? He complained about that the other day in a press
crap.
conference.
Yeah, I wondered that myself.
I saw a YouTube
Cry
clip
about
and
it.
I'm
Why
like,
don't you?
I had to bring that up.
I don't know. You just play. You just put the games on the schedule. You play them when they're scheduled.
Well, here's my thought about that too, Bud, is if you beat those teams, you'll get night games against them. But until you beat them, you're not going to get night games against them.
I don't know why everybody's so hung up about a night game. I want that noon kick. I want the noon kick. I want to get it over with. I don't want to sit around for 8 hours waiting for the game to happen and getting all tensed up. Let's get this thing started at noon. Hell, let's start at 9:00. Let's go out west and start at 9.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That'd be kind of cool, honestly, to have a 9 a.m. college football game on a Saturday morning.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't need 4 hours.
Football.
I don't need 4 hours of pregame. I don't need
No.
game day to start at 4 a.m. the Saturday. I don't need it to start at 4 a.m. on Sunday, the week before.
Not even with Corso?
I can't stand Lee Corso. I'm so glad he's gone.
The next game is Auburn, Texas A&M. The Aggies.
I'm going to take A&M.
Yeah, they're a 6.5 point favorite. The over under is 52 and a hook. I'll take A&M too.
I'll take those A&M.
I'm going to take A&M the cover, and I'm going to take the over.
Okay.
Auburn's just not there yet.
No.
The next game is Indiana Iowa, and we all know how tough Iowa plays. They just don't have. Indiana's 8.5 point favorite. Over under is 48 and a hook.
They just don't have enough. They don't have enough to go with. They don't have enough to go toe to toe with Indiana. Their best hope is to get into a slugfest and just grind it into nothing. Because if Indiana can get out and run, it's going to be a long day at the office for Kirk Ferentz. So I like Indy. I like Indiana. I know Iowa. It's in Ames. They're not Ames. Sorry.
Des Moines.
Kinnick. Des Moines.
Des Moines is in Ames City.
Iowa City. Iowa City.
I'm sorry, Iowa City. That's right. Right. Ames is Iowa State. I forget that.
Yeah, I always get that backwards. I know Iowa City's a tough place to go and play. I get that, but I just think Indiana is just too much. There's just not enough Iowa's offense. There's just not enough offense for Iowa to stay in this game. If Indiana gets out by 2 scores, if it's 10-0, if it's 14-0, 10-3, 14-3, somewhere, if Iowa's got a 2-3 score lead, especially early, and Iowa's gotta throw the ball to stay in the game, it's gonna be a long day at the office.
The next one, guys, is at 4:15. Tennessee's on the road to play the undefeated Mississippi State Bulldogs. Volunteers are 7.5 point favorites. The over under is 62 and a hook.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say Tennessee.
Yes, so do I.
I think Tennessee too. Yes, it's all over. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Speaking of Iowa State, they're at home to play Arizona, who's also undefeated. The Cyclones are a 5.5 point favorite. The over under is 48 and a hook.
$7:00 kick. That's 4:00 Arizona time. Now that's one where I will give you a late game is when you have a West Coast team coming into the East Coast, or I guess it would be
Right.
Central. So it'll be a 6 o'clock kick. So I don't know. Tough to say. I'm going to lean Iowa State, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Arizona won.
I'm gonna take Iowa State.
Right on.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I was cleaning up my dog made a mess with one of her toys. They was all stuffing all over the floor.
That happens.
The next one, guys, is a Big Ten matchup. You have Oregon on the road. It's the whiteout game in Happy Valley with Penn State. Penn State's a 3.5-point favorite. The over/under is 52 and a hook.
Oh, it's Oregon.
I'm gonna go the upset and say Oregon.
Oregon's about to run silly all over Penn State.
Me and Alec went through these games the other day on his show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Penn State. I think James Franklin finally gets a big win.
Okay. I'll believe it when I see it.
I could be totally wrong. You guys could be right, and Oregon could score 60 points and blow Penn State out of the water at home. So
I've looked at Penn State has struggled with some lesser competition so far, and I just don't see it. Oregon has looked good. They've looked world beaters so far. Obviously, it's college football Saturday. Anything can happen. So, but I'm on Oregon. I like Oregon. Oregon was my preseason pick to win the Big Ten. So until somebody knocks them off.
The next game, guys, is a big one in the SEC. Alabama, Georgia, in Georgia. The Bulldogs are a 2.5-point favorite. The over/under is 53 and a hook.
Georgia.
7:30 kickoff.
Georgia versus who?
Georgia. Alabama.
I like Georgia. I don't know if Alabama has got it figured out yet. Again, I think everybody needs to pump the brakes. I'll go back to what I was saying about Florida State, where I know after Alabama lost in convincing fashion to Florida State earlier this year, ironically enough, I don't know. I just a little bit of patience, guys. You can't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. And Kalen DeBoer is a capable head coach. It's gonna be a little bit of a struggle for a year or two until Alabama finds its new identity under Caleb DeBoer and what Caleb wants to do down there. And I think that giving up on him after a year and a half is cutting off your nose to spite your own face.
Right.
But I like Georgia in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree. Georgia's at home. They haven't lost. I think I heard something today. They haven't lost a home game since COVID.
Like 30 some odd years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been like 30 or 40 home games. They haven't lost a game at home.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening this week either. I don't think Alabama has the firepower offensively to hang with that Georgia defense that is good.
I think if again Alabama goes back to kind of what I was saying about Iowa. Alabama doesn't want to get into a track meet. They don't want to have. You don't want to have to run with. Alabama will be better served, especially in a game like this, to just take the air out of the ball and go on an 8-play or on a 15-play 8-minute drive. Just grind it. Just absolutely grind it. Shorten the game. And punch it in. But and this is that's cliche for a reason, but gotta score touchdowns, can't settle for field goals, can't turn the ball over, and can't make sloppy. Can't be sloppy. Mentally, no pre-snap penalties, no post-snap penalties.
I agree. The next one is the winless UMass Minutemen on the road in Missouri to play the Tigers.
Forget it.
Missouri's 43.5 point favorite, and it's 56.5, which is the over/under.
Easy win for Missouri. Easy win.
Yeah.
For Missouri?
Yeah. It'd be a bad day in Missouri if UMass goes in there and knocks them off.
It'd be a cold day in hell before that happens.
I think if UMass wins, I think Missouri's coach gets fired before
everybody gets.
Oh, they'll shoot him. They'll shoot him.
Yeah, forget fired. He'll be firing squatted as he's leaving. As he's going into the locker, they'll bayonet him right there on the sideline.
Yeah, and they'll storm the field in the opposite way after they lose. They'll storm the field.
Yeah.
To a player that night.
To fire the coach.
He'll need a
coach, fire your assistant coach, fire the scorekeeper, fire the crowd, everybody. It'll be a fire show.
Yeah, the hot dog vendor better keep his hat on a swivel because he's.
Oh yeah.
Because nobody's job is safe.
Nope.
Maybe the hot dog vendor is the only guy in the stadium that this job is guaranteed for next week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
The last game, guys, in the top 25. BYU's on the road in Colorado. 6.5 point favorite for BYU. The over/under is 50 and a hook.
BYU.
Yeah, BYU.
Me too. Yep. All right. So that is college football. We can go to the NFL now, other than the game that's on at the moment.
Yeah.
That's what me and Lou had been doing was we would go through every game that hadn't happened yet this week, and then at the end we would go to the Thursday game for next week because by the time we get started, that game's started.
No problem. I could do that, but no problem. That's actually a good idea.
That's what I do with the college games too, because by the time I get on the air, half the stuff was already done, so I just jump into the next week.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotta. Before we get started on the NFL, I gotta ask: is that a Jolly Rancher or a lozenge?
It would be a lozenge. I'm getting over a cold, so this is a cold Z thing. I'm pretty much over being sick, but I still have mucus in my nose and shit.
I gotcha.
Yeah, or no, it's
I had to know.
I love Jolly Ranchers. Cherry's my favorite, and that's my favorite one.
Really, I'm a blue raspberry.
They took lemon away. That was my second favorite. So yeah,
I'm a blue raspberry or watermelon guy.
And I'm cherry and green apple. Those are my two favorite.
Okay, and those are my least two favorites. That's funny.
So the NFL.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna because I have these teams favored in my app, so I apologize.
That's cool.
Starting with it. The first game is Eagles at the Bucks. The Eagles are a 3.5 point favorite. The over/under is 43 and a hook.
Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm gonna take the home team. I'm gonna take the Bucks in an upset.
Yeah, I'm on. I think the Eagles should have lost to the Rams last week. I think Tampa Bay has the ability to get it done, especially at home. This game was in Philly. I think I would be on Philly. Let me look at my sheet before I say that.
I know Mike Evans is out for 3 to 4 weeks with a hamstring injury.
Okay,
We're gonna get Godwin back and Tristan Wirfs back. The Bucks.
that'll help. It sucks about
No.
Evan. At least he's not gone for the year. But I really wanted to see him break that record.
Well, he missed 3 games last year too, but and still broke the record. But it came down to the last play of the season for him to do it.
Yeah, literally the last play of the season. So.
Correct. The next game is Panthers at the Patriots. The Patriots are a 5.5-point favorite. The over/under is 42.5.
I just don't see New England giving away, just laying an egg.
I'm taking the Pats too. Taking the home team.
I was really shocked that Carolina beat Atlanta last week.
Yeah, shut them out. It was a shutout.
Yeah,
last week.
Yeah, picked a shutout.
All right. The next game is the return of Micah Parsons as a Green Bay Packer to Dallas. The Packers are a 6.5-point favorite. The over/under is 47.5.
I'll take Green Bay. I'll take Dallas to cover. I'm gonna say the under.
Under, okay.
Yeah, Packers.
I'm taking Green Bay as well. I think that's who I had on our pick'em thing. I think I took Green Bay. The Dublin game, guys, on Sunday morning. Vikings Steelers. The Vikings are a 2.5-point favorite. The over/under is 41.5.
I have Pittsburgh. I just don't see Minnesota backing it up again.
Vikings.
I took the Steelers, so I'll take the Steelers. I looked at my sheet. I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah. I brought up my sheet too.
The next game, guys, is the 3-0 Chargers at the 0-3 Giants. LA is a 6.5-point favorite. The over/under is 43.5.
Chargers, Giants cover under.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
I think I West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast always struggle, especially at 1:00. I think the Chargers will struggle. I think they find a way to win in the end, but I expect to be a low-scoring slugfest. Lots of punts.
All right. The next one, guys, is a battle of 0-3 teams as Tennessee goes to Houston to play the Texans. Texans are a 7.5-point favorite. The over/under is 38.5.
Somebody has to win that game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Could be a tie.
It could be a tie.
It could be.
Tennessee and who? Houston. Give me Houston, but I'll say Houston. Tennessee covers and the under.
Houston also. The next game is Washington on the road in Atlanta. The Commanders are a 1.5-point favorite. The over/under is 45.5.
Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders. I think something's not right in Atlanta right now. I don't know what it is.
It's the one.
Yeah. I think they'll get. I think Atlanta gets right this weekend. Wait, did I have Atlanta? No, it's Washington. Sorry, I forgot Atlanta was playing Washington. I could see Atlanta making a game of this. Who's the quarterback in Washington? Oh, it depends on if Daniels can play.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right.
Daniels
he's injured, is he not?
Yeah, he was questionable last I saw because he's on one of my fantasy teams.
Yeah, it says right here. It says Jalen Daniels on playing Sunday. It's up to the doctors, not my decision. So he has to be medically cleared. The next game is
still
still questionable.
Yeah.
Next one, guys, is the 0-3 Saints on the road against the 3-0 Bills. Buffalo's 15.5-point favorite. Over/under is 47.5.
Bills.
Bills in a
Bills.
Bills in a blowout. Bills in a snowstorm in September.
Yeah. You think now we should start calling them the Aints?
Once again.
To conclude the 1:00 games, can the Cleveland Browns pull off 2 upsets in a week? They're in
No.
Detroit to play the Lions. 9.5-point favorite is Detroit. The over/under is 44.5.
But yeah, not this time. Last time was a
And
fluke.
that big balls Dan is about to drag them all over Cleveland's face.
Me too. Yeah, yeah. No, I think the Browns got lucky last week. They beat Green Bay, but
I think you might have seen Green Bay fall victim to a trap game with Dallas coming up this week. I just don't see it. I Detroit the points. What was the over under?
44.5.
Over. Yeah, I think Detroit gets to 44 all on their own.
Okay. To start the 4:00 games, we have the 2-1 Jaguars on the road to play the undefeated 49ers. The 49ers are a 3.5-point favorite. The over/under is 46.5.
Despite the fact that they're becoming a train wreck, with all the injuries, I still think they're holding their own. And I've got to take the 49ers.
And I said what? How long he has been 17, almost 10 years now. I said 10 years ago. I said I took a lot of flack on. I think it was Facebook of all places when I said I don't think Trevor Lawrence is an NFL quarterback. And well,
yep. The proof is in the pudding.
It really is. No, they had just Clemson had just won their title, and I said I don't think Trevor Lawrence is an NFL quarterback. I don't think he's NFL ready. And is it Jacksonville? Would he be better off somewhere else? If he had gone to a New England or a New Orleans, and if he had caught him out in a better situation, who knows? But proof is in the pudding. He has not lived up to the hype. I've got San Francisco. I just and until I see something more, and then the thing is that you can be a good player on a bad team, but he's been a bad player on a bad team.
Yeah,
right.
That's what sucks even more.
And I know they're 2-1 so far this year, but he's let's see, what is his stats here? Why can I not? Oh God, I hate Facebook. No, not Facebook. Google sometimes. I just want to see his numbers for this year. 4 touchdowns through. He's got 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions through 3 weeks. That's not exactly lighting it up.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And 7. He is 20 for 50%, 57%, 63, 61%. 222, 271, and 178. It's just not. He's just not blowing me away with his numbers. So
that's probably one of the reasons why they drafted Travis Hunter.
To
give him some kind of weapon, in a way.
Yeah.
The next 4:00 game, guys, is Indianapolis, who's 3-0 on the road to play the Rams. The Rams are a 3.5-point favorite. The over/under is 49.5.
I have Indy.
I think that's what I picked too. Yes, I have Indianapolis as well.
Much to the chagrin of Giants fans everywhere.
I think after this week, the Giants don't have any fans left.
No, I'm sorry. I have the Rams. My apologies. I have the Rams. My apologies. So I have to take LA. I took the home team. But that's funny. You were just talking about the Giants. Daniel Jones is doing pretty well. That's the Colts quarterback.
That's what I was saying.
Injury.
Yeah.
Okay, then the 425 fight. This is interesting that these two teams are both 1-2. Probably a lot of people had them picked to be in the AFC Championship game against each other, and that will be Baltimore against Kansas City.
Yeah.
2.5-point favorite is the Ravens on the road. The over/under is 48.5.
Kansas City.
I'm still a believer in the Ravens. I thought they played a spirited game against Detroit. I thought Detroit was just too much for them Monday night. I thought I had Detroit anyway. I thought Detroit was going to take care of business on Monday night in a bounce back game, in a big bounce back game. Um, I thought that the game they played against the Packers wasn't their best showing. I thought it was going to take a couple weeks for them to get the bugs ironed out. A lot of the starters didn't play in preseason. I was not shocked that they lost to Green Bay in Green Bay and in prime time. Then to come home and crush the Bears like they were supposed to embarrass the Bears yet again against their former head coach or their former offensive coordinator and his return to Detroit. And then I was expecting Detroit to play up to where season expectations were last week and they did. They came out, they showed up and showed out. 7 sacks, 280 some odd yards rushing, 220 yards passing, protected the ball, played clean, got a couple turnovers. Yeah, it was everything I expected and more. So
I got Baltimore as well. To end the 4:00 slate, you have Chicago on the road in Vegas to play the Raiders. Raiders are 1.5-point favorite. The over/under is 47 and a hook. I took Chicago, actually. I took the Bears after their win over Dallas last week.
I took the Bears because I think Vegas sucks.
And that's yep. There's 2 Monday night games this week. The first one is the Jets at the Dolphins, both 0-3. Miami's a 2.5-point favorite. The over/under is 44 and a hook.
I'm going with the Jets.
I have the Jets as well. I think the Jets get right this week. I think they found their swag. I think they should have won that game the other night, last week
against the Bucs,
against Tampa. I think Miami is headed in all the wrong directions. I think this is this is a prove it week for Mike McDaniel because I think if they lose, they're done. I think he's done. Yeah. I think if Miami drops to 0-4, Mike McDaniel is the first one cut.
I took the Dolphins at home only because they're at home. Only because they're the home team. Yeah. The second Monday night game is the 2-1 Bengals on the road against the 1-2 Broncos. Denver's a 7.5-point favorite. The over/under is 44 and a hook.
Bengals.
Denver.
I have the Broncos as well.
Jay Browning is just absolute trash.
Yeah. And then, guys, the Thursday night game next week, I don't have a line for it. It's the 49ers on the road against the Rams in LA. It's another divisional game like we have this week. The other 2 teams in the division.
Yeah, the only problem. Rams. Who is Rams and who?
49ers.
Rams and Niners. The only problem with picking this game now is we don't know we won't be able to see the injury report until Tuesday. Yeah. But I'm gonna go Niners.
I'll take the Niners as well. I think they've turned the table a little bit on from last year. I think they've gotten back from a year ago. But yeah, okay, cool. So those are our college and NFL picks for this week.
And it looks like Purdy will be back this week against the Jags. So if Purdy plays, I think the Niners win.
I was going to ask you guys, what was your opinion on WrestlePalooza in the WWE with the 5-match pay-per-view? Or they don't call them pay-per-views anymore. They call them premium live events. My fault. PLEs.
Right.
PLEs. Seahawks 14-3 at the half. PLEs.
PLE.
I don't know. I like wrestling. I had fun. I don't know what they want. I just like wrestling. I guess my problem is I like wrestling. I show up to a wrestling show and there's wrestling. I'm like, okay, this is what I paid money for. I'm like, I show up to a
Right.
football game
Right.
and a football game happens. I'm like, okay, it's a football game. Yeah, I went to a couple weeks ago. I went to a high school game because I had a Friday night off, and I was like, I'm going to a high school game because I haven't been to one in a couple of years. So I went to a high school game, and we got trounced. The team I was pulling for got trounced. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still football. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I enjoy high school football.
Watching the watching the game when we're watching the matches afterwards, it was like, okay. I mean, I don't know what more you want. For me, a PLE isn't for storytelling purposes. A PLE or a pay-per-view is to finish storylines.
Correct.
You culminate storylines at a PLE. You don't tell stories at PLEs. You finish storylines and set up new storylines at a PLE. That's how I've always viewed PLEs. And I think the internet wrestling community just doesn't. I just don't understand what they want. Like, I watch these matches. I'm like, it's a wrestling match. They hit each other. They do some cool moves, and then one guy wins, or or it's some kind of dusty finish or whatever. It's like,
I actually have my eye on someone else. Victor.
I don't know. I don't know what they want. Because I didn't have any. I like wrestling. I like wrestling. I like the good guys winning. I like my guys winning, guys that I root for to win. So, I mean, but it's still, I think Stan Lee said it best years ago. And he was talking about, people were asking him about, who would win in this match? Like, could Batman beat the Hulk or whatever? I forget which characters he used, but he was like, he's like, I hate that question because it doesn't matter, because what matters is who the writer wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, if you look at the 5 matches, you had 3 face winners and 2 heels. Because the opening match, Lesnar's the heel. He beat John Cena handily. Match 2 was I don't know. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Because I don't even know who the heel was in the women's championship match. Valkyrie or Io Sky. I don't really know who I don't even know really was the heel in that particular match. But you had Punk and AJ Lee win over Rollins and Becky Lynch. You had Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker beat the Usos, and then Cody Rhodes beat Drew McIntyre. So
okay,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
So I found the quote, and I think this is explains where I'm at on the internet wrestling fandom as it was. So he said, the question I'm always asked is who would win in a fight, and this is a bit of a longer quote, so bear with me. Who would win if Galactus fought the Hulk or Thor fought Iron Man? And there's one answer to all of that. It's so simple. Anyone should know this. The person who wins in a fight is the person the writer wants to win. If I want to have a story about the Thing from the Fantastic Four, and he gets into a big fight with Spider-Man, people are going to ask, well, who would win? Well, that depends on who I want to win. If I want Spider-Man to win, he'll win. If I want the Thing to win, he'll win. These are fictitious characters. The writer can do whatever he wants with them. So stop asking those boneheaded questions. and that's how I feel about that's how I feel about wrestling. Like when I watch wrestling, I turn my brain off and I don't think about, big Bronson Reed. He's 300. He's 6 foot tall, 330 pounds, and he's fighting some little Mexican. He's fighting Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio's the hero in a particular storyline, and they want Rey to win. Well, Rey's gonna win. They'll come up with a storyline, and that's how I view wrestling. I view it as a story. It's all a work. That's the thing about wrestling, at least for me, is when I watch wrestling, I know I'm in on the joke. I know I'm in on the show. I know it's a show. We're in on the show together, right?
Yes.
And when I watch wrestling, I watch it for the storytelling, for the storytelling and the fighting. Like I don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to tell me a story every week. I need you to beat somebody up every week. So beat somebody up.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view is the day before I leave to go to vacation, October 11th in Perth. So it's Crown Jewel in Australia. Is the next PLE. So we'll see. I have a funny feeling Valkyrie won the title. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't give Rhea Ripley a chance to win the title in her home country. Just gonna throw that out there on
that
limb.
I think that would be really cool.
And then the last one is Survivor Series in San Diego in November, right after Thanksgiving.
Right.
Is the last PLE of the year. Is the last PLE.
And I think something that I've been saying for years, and I stand by it, is that they have to the WWE and just wrestling in general has to do a better job. And I'll give the WWE credit for what they managed to do over the last 3 or 4 years. But it is promoting mid card talent, is working those mid card matches and getting those and promoting those guys up because Undertaker's gone, Cena's leaving, Orton's old, McIntyre's old. I mean, CM Punk is old. These guys are on their way out. Yeah, they could be around for another 10 years. Seth is getting old. He's almost if he's not 40, he's almost 40. As much as I love Seth freaking Rollins, he's 30. He'll be 40 next year.
I think, Bud, that was kind of what the I think I was watching. Speaking of you bringing that up, I was watching a YouTube clip on a channel, and that's what they mentioned. That WWE has a age issue. They have all of their stars are in their 30s and 40s that are not going to be around forever. So it is. They have to get the younger, the NXT guys up. The Trick Williams, the Oba Femis, guys like that need to come up. That now that Joe Hendry is in NXT, I don't know if they'll bring him up soon or not. I mean, I would love to see him face John Cena before he retires, but John's only around for five more appearances and he's done. So, every time I see him come out, it kind of get a little tearful. Like I'm gonna miss these. I'm gonna miss him being around. So yeah, I don't know. They do have an aging issue in the WWE because all of their main stars are all either in their 30s or in their 40s. So yeah.
So they need to find some younger talent that can take that can not just wrestle but can talk. And that's the thing, like Braun Strowman, is it Braun Strowman or is it the other one? I can never remember. I get them confused in my brain. Who?
Well, I guess they go show you age for beauty,
Well, you can look at guys like
Braun Breaker.
I was gonna say that's why he's with Paul Heyman, because Heyman's gonna help him. Because Roman Reigns was like that too, struggling on the mic for a long time. They put him with Paul Heyman. Heyman helped him, and then now Roman's better than he was. So I think he's gonna help Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker kind of be better promo guys. That's what they call that.
Yeah. Talkers.
Yeah. Because Seth Rollins doesn't need Paul Heyman. He's already good on the mic. He doesn't need.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need Heyman.
So, yeah, you're right, but that's the issue that they have, is the age factor with their stars.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of, speaking of The Undertaker, it was kind of cool to see him tell Stephanie she made the Hall of Fame. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool. I don't know if Triple H sent him out there to do that. That was kind of cool how interesting it was to see him backstage. Kind of with tears in his eyes that his wife had been or is going to be inducted next year at WrestleMania into the Hall of Fame. So yeah. And I think Stephanie and The Undertaker have a pretty good relationship, both, in and out of the ring. I think they've known each other for quite a long time. But now I wonder who else are going to induct in the 2026 class going into the Hall of Fame.
Stephanie's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to call it a show there and get back to it next week?
Sounds good to me.
Lou, you want to talk about your show before we get off?
All right. Well, the Hand Sports Show rolls on Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to wrap up the last week of the regular season in the MLB. Keep tabs on those pennant races, of course. Week 5 of the college football season, week 4 of the NFL season, round 2 of the WNBA playoffs. And I'll be honest with you, I am not a happy camper of what took place over this past week with the firing of Sandy Bronzello. Thank you very much, you dirty, no good. You get the idea. NHL preseason, we'll take a look at the NBA for their preseason coming up. Yes, we'll also take care of Ryder Cup updates. Don't forget that. So, all you golfers out there, you might want to call in. And of course, UFC and WWE wrestling. Well, it's not really. We don't really cover golf every week, but in this case, we cover the major events and we cover the special international events, and also UFC and WWE wrestling as well. Your thoughts and comments are always welcome. Sports trivia, this date in history, the feel good story of the week, the best and the worst of the month of September, and boy, have I got a ridiculous story of the week for you guys. And I'll give you a little hint. If you're a football fan, you might know what it is. You might. But I'm not going to say any more about that. So remember, it's Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. The number is 512-543-4662. Again, 512-543-4662. And it's going to stay that way. I'm not moving over to any new other services and whatnot. I'm staying put. So everything is going to remain the same.
Alrighty then. Okay. Well, guys, we will be back next week. Next Thursday, talk about NFL, talk about college football, and any other sports topics that come up between now and next week. I want to thank these two gentlemen, as I do every week. Thank you guys for being here and welcome back, and them holding down the fort while I was gone a couple weeks. I want to thank the men and women of our armed services and our first responders. Thank you so much for what you do. Like I said, we are part of NGSC Sports. We're part of Stillman Sports Group and the Game Winner Sports Network. Until then, guys, this has been the Walker Report. I am the Sportster Bradley Walker. Peace.
Right, folks.
Transcend it.